Hello, and welcome to Is This Good? The show where we boldly, conclusively, and scientifically decide what things in this big wide world are good. I'm Matt Austin, and with me as always is production powerhouse Jason Doyle.
Hello.
Hi JD, thanks for coming today. And today's guest is a podcaster who enjoys beer league softball, composting, balancing objects on his head, the smooth piano stylings of John Legend, and the angular guitars of 70s post-punk legends television. Yeah, that's right. This guy listens to it all. I know him as the guy who took me to my first NBA game ever. You know him as one of the founding members of the Basketball Jones, current host of No Dunks, the oldest and best basketball podcast on the planet. It's Tass Melas. Tass, welcome to Is This Good?
Thank you. Thank you very much for the intro. Definitely longer than I thought it was going to be. I hear all your intros, like Patty and Harry's in this most recent episode, and I thought mine would just be a lot shorter, but basically you could have said the same things about me 5 years ago. I liked John Legend then. I liked television then. Haven't changed. Damn, we gotta do some new stuff in my world.
Help me rewrite this intro.
Okay.
We'll fix it all in post. Don't worry, JD. I have a plan. So just tell me something new that's in the past 5 years. Because, I've been gone from Atlanta for the past, 4 years at this point. So, yeah, tell me something new and I'll add it to the intro.
Sorry, man. I'm boring. There's nothing to add. I got to be totally honest. I hit you up before this show and said, can we record a little earlier? Because my child is done Minecraft camp today, and she wants to show us. She wants to show us every little house she built, and these new blocks that she used today. So can we get on with it? That's my life. So.
Well, we're recording this podcast in Minecraft. Is that possible, JD?
Definitely, yeah, for sure.
Am I Minecraft? Are we all Minecraft?
We are crafting like crazy right now.
Well, Tass, I know one thing that's new for you is you got a cat. Do you want to bond over being cat daddies? Because I'm a cat dad right now.
Yeah, let's do it. What's your favorite part of being a cat daddy?
Just the way they stare at me and meow, and I have to wonder what it is they want, and yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to give them what it is they need.
Oh yeah, every couple of weeks I have a weird session where the cat's just staring. I'm like, oh, we're gonna do this. Or the cat comes and nibbles on my armpit or something really weird.
Whoa,
she goes into a zone. Well, I guess that's new. Here, I'm showing you a wound. I got a cat wound.
Oh wow!
Oh my God, that's from a cat?
Yeah.
That's from your cat?
Yeah. A couple days ago.
JD, can you pause the podcast? I need to declaw these cats.
Yeah, a couple days ago, this is not good. I was outside my house. My child went inside, locked the door. I said, "Hey, Noah, unlock the door. You locking me out." And she literally ran away and locked me out. So we had a cat outside on a leash. Yep, seriously. Yeah, we had the cat outside on a leash because we don't let it just roam. And so I picked it up to walk around the house to come in another door, and didn't really occur to me that we had sprinklers on one side of the house. She saw the sprinklers, cat saw the sprinklers, and started to try and get down as fast as possible. So she scratched the crap out of me. Yeah, that was fun.
Well, I've seen your cat, and it looks way too small to scratch that big.
Yeah, they got claws.
Well, if you didn't listen to last Thursday's The Great Beyond, you'll know that I am now a cat daddy because my home is condemned. The situation has gotten no better since then. In fact, it's gotten worse. I shan't be living there for the foreseeable future as they rip everything out. So I am staying at my girlfriend's. She has 2 cats. I'm allergic to both of them, perhaps not surprisingly. And that's where we are. Woke up, the internet didn't work, couldn't get the printer to work here. So we're off to the races.
But
Cass,
you've learned to love cats, I think.
No, I do. I actually really like these cats. They're very chill. They're very calm. And one of the cats is essentially a dog. Like, if I sit down, the cat will sit on my lap forever and never leave. So that's cute. And the other cat, you got to work more for the affection. Or work less, am I right? Because the less you do, the more they maybe sometimes want to come smell you and see what's going on over there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Same with me. The best part about my cat is that it's like a dog. That's what I love about it. That's not a cat at all.
So much so that you put it on a leash.
Yeah, I'm one of those. We have yotes. We got coyotes in the backyard in the proximity, so we're a little worried about getting eaten.
Coyotes.
Of course. And you want the cat to get some outside time. There's no judgment coming from me.
Yeah, I don't walk it on the leash.
No.
I think it's totally fine. We once tried to put these cats on a leash, and they were not having it.
No.
The harness, is actually pretty funny. You put the harness on them, and suddenly it's like they think they're frozen, and they're like, don't know what to do. They just sort of start backing up slowly.
Yeah.
Just cute little critters. What I was going to ask you, Tass, is I heard you on a recent episode of No Doug say, I think the question was something like, what's something you pay for that you don't need to pay for, but you continue to pay for it anyways? And your answer was Spotify, because you only listen to one playlist, and at this point you could have downloaded it. Could you explain this to me? How do you only listen to one playlist?
Well, I listen to the same music over and over again. There's more than one playlist, but it's not like I'm not searching for anything. It's everything sort of in my library. Yeah, I could have easily downloaded the playlist that I've already made. It's nothing. It's not an algorithm. That's all. It's nothing new. I'm not searching for anything.
But are you putting, is everything in one playlist? Like, this is a playlist you've created, correct?
Yeah. I've created for sure.
So you're constantly adding to it? I guess not, because you say you're listening to the same thing.
Yeah, mostly not. I've got television on there. I've got John Legend on there, and that's about it. I don't have to. I'm just not. And sometimes, occasionally, I will, listen to a new artist, and I'm always going back. I'm always going back to what I know. So I just want to pay it forward, though. I am paying for my Spotify $15.99 a month, the family account. Mm-hmm. Artists deserve their pennies, and that's it.
What's this playlist called? Tassie's Tasty Jams.
I think it's called Groove.
Oh, good.
How many O's?
Just a deuce.
Oh, okay, nice. I think you got to go 3. 3 is the minimum of O's. Otherwise, it looks like a typo. That's just a tip for you.
Yeah.
Tass, I would be remiss if I had you on and didn't ask you anything about basketball.
No,
so are you ready for this? Here's my question.
Okay, what's it? What's your question?
This is going to be a bit dated. We're recording this a couple days earlier, but this is coming out on Monday. So the Nuggets won the NBA championship, and they just had their parade yesterday. Okay? So here's my question. Do you think it's weird that they're all smoking cigars, but none of them are smoking cigarettes?
It is weird. Yeah. Cigars, totally acceptable. Cigarettes, unacceptable.
Interesting.
That's right, because they're peak performance athletes, so they cannot be smoking cigarettes during the season. But I'm sure you're telling me none of them are the kind of people that like to have a drink in their left hand and a cig in their right hand. I don't believe that for a second. Some of these people want to celebrate with a nice cheeky cig, and
100%.
Yet it's not socially acceptable.
It's totally true. JD, we were recording a baseball podcast late last season, and the Jays were celebrating something.
Yeah.
And their closer, Jordan Romano, had a cigarette in his hand in a photo.
Yeah.
And the social...
In the dugout?
Maybe... Not in the dugout. No. They're celebrating. It was in the clubhouse, I think.
Yeah.
And the social media account, the Blue Jays social media account, put it up and then took it down for that reason. If he was holding
one cigarette.
One cigarette.
He could have been holding 8 cigars.
Exactly.
Like Phil Jackson
Phil
holding
Jackson
his
with
rings.
his rings. Yeah, exactly.
He's got a cigar between each finger.
You're totally right. You're totally right, Matt. And they only do it for this one occasion. Just comes out. It's only acceptable really during celebrations as well, which is also weird.
Well,
Right,
but
to smoke a cigar.
yeah,
To be even more.
as a current player, because every shot of Michael Jordan in that 10-part doc, he's smoking a cigar, right? And that's fine. It's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, he can. That's why he sold the teams, because he wanted to buy a lot of cigars.
He was cutting into his cigar smoking time.
He needed some more liquidity so he could get the cohibas.
Man, you're keeping up. I know you're saying this isn't current because it's 3 days from now when we're recording to when we're posting, but Man, that literally came out an hour ago.
What are you?
Guess the
When was the
internet's
last time you
working.
smoked a cigar, Tass?
The last time I won a championship. It's a good question, Matt. I literally can't think of it.
I know what my last cigar was with you guys and in Summer League. I was smoking a cigar in the Cosmo casino at the end of one of our really long Summer Leagues. I can't remember.
Oh, so that was your championship.
That was my championship right there. Yeah, it might have been our last Summer League. Maybe, I don't know.
So it
Were
wasn't
we
that
taking
long.
part? Because I don't.
You were
remember
definitely
smoking
not. I just I arrived at the craps table where you guys were, and I was just smoking a cigar, and you guys were like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "It's Vegas, man."
But in Vegas, they're respectful of cigarette smokers. You could smoke a cigar, you could smoke a cigarette.
Oh,
It's
God.
bad. But by the same token, everyone is drinking booze, right?
Yep.
They're going, you got wine, you got beer, you got champagne. No one's smoking weed. Is it not legal in Colorado?
Yeah,
Interesting.
100%. Yeah.
Right,
They're smoking weed.
Oh, they are.
Oh, you're saying
on the roof of the double decker?
Yeah, you're saying that. Nah.
There's got to be a vape pen going around or something.
Yeah, maybe a vape, and maybe they're just all on a respectful 10 milligram edible. A hybrid perhaps, not too high, not too low, just giving a nice, even, not an edgy buzz. But anyways, I think it's hypocritical. So here's what I'd like to see next year, because I know the Nuggets have been talking a lot about winning another championship. So if that is true, if that comes to pass, so we know it's legal to smoke weed, next year, I want to see parliaments. I want to see some Marlboro Lights. I want to see them in bowls, like a party from the 70s when you would walk in and there would just be cigarettes in a bowl.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yummy.
Yeah, that's...
You have like a real cigarette fetish. Do you know that? Like,
I do, yeah, I know. Because all I think about is wanting to smoke cigarettes, but I don't. But I'd love to, because it looks cool and it's
Does it,
fun.
though? I mean-
and it gives you an excuse to leave a party for a few minutes
Yeah.
or work.
Yeah, I guess.
But I can't take on all the other things, like the cancer mostly.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's a big problem.
But if I won a championship and I was like, this is my day to party, hell yeah, I'll get a recessed filter in my mouth.
So you're taking a cigarette over a cigar.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've smoked cigars very infrequently. I've had maybe 3 cigars in my whole life, and honestly, maybe not even that.
Right.
And every time I do, I feel like I'm going to fall over. I don't know what they're putting in those things, but it makes me so nauseous and just the rush to the head is too much.
Yeah, but I suspect you're smoking it like a cigarette, though.
I'm not inhaling. I know it's different.
Are you sure?
I'm going Bill Clinton style. No inhale.
Okay.
Nice Clinton reference. I like that. Yeah. Make it, patent it. The Victory cigarette.
Yeah, I guess that's a great point, Tess. Victory cigar. Those two words go together. No one's ever saying Victory cigarette.
Right. You know what you do? You put it on one of those long filters, and then it looks like a
French
special
prostitute? like someone at a Gatsby party that's wearing a glove, a
Yes.
long glove that goes to their elbow for some reason.
100%. And if it's on a filter like that, and it's like, okay, it's a special occasion, it's acceptable.
Okay, but if I was Don Draper before he quit tobacco in his famous Lucky Strike ad,
Yes.
which was reality as far as I'm concerned, wouldn't that be a great rebrand for a cigarette? Let's say a full page ad in Vanity Fair or something, and it just says the Victory cigarette, and it's like it's like the Nuggets celebrating. Okay. You totally could not do this, but it's the Nuggets celebrating, and it's just Jokic, who's European, right?
Yeah.
So they're much more liberal about smoking, and he's just got a Pall Mall in his mouth, and the cash under it says Victory cigarette.
Yeah.
I think we're onto something.
I think you're right.
You're right about Nikola Jokic. What if he was smoking a cigarette on the top of a double-decker bus? What would they have done? I don't think they would have done anything.
Yeah, I actually
Jokic.
don't think he smokes. I know Europeans in the
it's
past, like
unlikely.
Vlade Divac, he famously, or I don't know if this is a rumor or confirmed, that he was smoking cigarettes at halftime. Is that true, Tassie?
he was smoking them around for sure. Around the arena, whether it was post, pre. Yeah, he was doing it.
Did we not see, or did you not see Garbajosa smoking at one point, I feel like?
No, I didn't see that
It's
happening.
just very easy to picture Garbajosa smoking. And actually, frankly, not so much Jokic himself, but his brothers I could see throwing down.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely... They're leaving at halftime to hack a butt.
That's right.
All right, well, now that we got that all wrapped up, let's do some quick housekeeping. We have merch. Go to isthisgoodpod.com to get it. Tag us in a pic of you wearing it. Tassie, you haven't sent me a pic of you wearing it. I know you have this shirt.
I wore it on a show.
Yeah, but you didn't take a glam shot.
Oh, you want a glamour?
Yeah,
I thought you
some
want
glamour. Hold it with the cat, maybe, but not hold the cat under the logo.
Yeah, I can do that for you. No problem at all. Can I lift it? I can lift it up and show you my cat wound again.
Yeah.
With an Is This Good?
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, I think. Gotta do it. Gotta do it soon.
Yeah.
And of course, join the Is This Good Patreon at patreon.com/isthisgood. In case you haven't heard, all segments on Is This Good are now free, available to the public, but we are doing some Great Beyond episodes. Those are the episodes that are just me and JD. So, Task, close your ears for a second. Some people are saying those are better than Is This Good, okay? Some people. Not everyone. Not this episode, certainly. But if you want to check out last episode, which is Patreon only, there is a free trial at Patreon, which is exciting. That's a new feature they added that we enabled. So if you want to hear last week's episode, take the 7-day free trial, take it for a spin, join the Discord, see if you like it. I'm sure you will. So far, no one's canceled their thing, but it's probably only because it just started and 7 days haven't passed yet. All right, send topics for future shows to isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Tassie, as you know, the premise of the show is very simple. I'm going to give you a topic. You tell me if it's good. You ready to go?
I am ready to go.
All right, Ty R asks, manifesting, is this good? My first question is, do you need any kind of definition on manifesting, Tass or JD, or do you feel comfortable?
I mean, I read the L article that you sent.
L.com?
Yeah, L.com. I think I got a grasp, Tess.
Yeah, I think I got a grasp. Yes.
Yeah, so this is like the power of positive thinking. You may have heard it called The Law of Attraction, the book The Secret, that bestseller that came out a bunch of years ago. It's basically what this is about, the idea that positive things will happen to you if you think positive thoughts. So if you want something, you just think about getting it, and then you will get it. So, Tassie, hit me with your I was going to say off the gut, but that's not. Off the gut is a giant cat scratch. Yeah. But what do you think here? Manifesting, is it good?
I'm going, it's good because it's a rebrand. That's the best part of it. Like you said.
Okay.
Yeah, like the end of the NBA season has happened, so I'm watching a little bit more things on my TV. I was on the app of the arts, as they call it, Netflix. And I see The Secret, the app of the arts. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know that reference.
No,
nor do I get the
reference.
Joke.
Anyway, that's my app of the arts. Basically, I've been taking in basketball for 6 months.
Saying that
for 6 months.
He wants it to stick, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it stick.
Because they have no sports on there. Is that why it's the app of the arts?
It's like it's literally all I've been ingesting is basketball. So it's just nice to. It's like a new. A new horizon for me. It's a new phenomenon. Things other than Netflix.
Yeah,
whoa.
That's like House of Cards.
Anyway, so I
wish I could have enjoyed this before Kevin Spacey was canceled.
Yeah, it's true.
You can still enjoy it.
You can still enjoy it. I watched every season. And then I'm on Netflix and I see The Secret and I say, oh, wow, I remember that documentary, because it was a book and a documentary where people were interviewed basically saying, yes, you think about it, you make it happen, bada boom, bada bing. And I had that and I don't know if it was, maybe it's because manifesting is just extremely popular right now, but I just think it's such a better term than anything like The Secret or, Tim Ferriss making things happen, just telling you what millionaires are doing. Like, you just follow the tips, really. I think it's just a good term. That's why I'm behind it. It's like you said, law of attraction. It's been around forever. It's nothing new. It's just got a good, positive thinking, positive affirmations.
It's a little less new agey, I think, is kind of what you're.
Yeah.
you're getting
I mean, it's the same thing.
Okay, well, do you do this?
No.
Do you manifest? No. Okay.
No. What is it? Is
Maybe that should have been the first question.
It's doing good things in your life, making things happen in your life.
No, but it's more. Okay,
yes.
let's come up with an example.
Yeah.
Can you tell me something that you would like, a goal you have, anything like that?
Keep
in mind, I will use it in the next intro I do for you.
For the future. Okay. I don't know. Like, let's say be a better dad. If we're gonna go real.
I need something a little more concrete.
Something more tangible.
Like,
I want to be an Olympic bike rider.
Okay. Great example.
Great example. Yeah.
I guess my next question would be: do you ride a bike ever?
Shit. Yeah. You don't listen to our show.
Well, I know you went on one bike ride in Denver. That's why I'm a little concerned that I don't know if the power of positive thinking can take you from one bike ride to Olympics.
What's the point of this? What's the point of manifesting if it ain't gonna do it?
Okay, well then this is the point. Is like, I guess I could say you're much more likely to become an Olympic bike rider. By the way, sure that's not what they call it.
No, I was, yeah.
Probably cyclist or.
Okay,
Cyclist,
yeah, we're riding around a track.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh, a track cycle.
A velodrome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Those things are banked, Tassie. Eh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know what?
Well, I don't know. Maybe start with something easier, like
Like the Tour de France.
Tour de France.
Okay, so I want to be on a banked course.
Yeah. So if you think, I'm probably not good enough to do this, probably very little chance that you will succeed. But where I maybe have a bit of a problem with it, and in this world where it's kind of got like rebranded through TikTok and through the pandemic, when I guess people were a bit down, and unable to do a lot of things, people started manifesting a lot, or like doing this power of positive thinking, or sometimes it's called scripting in the words of Gen Z, is that it's a fine line between positive thinking and delusion, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And positive thinking and kind of just, well, I thought positively, so that's all I need to do. Right. I don't need to work hard. I just kind of wait for things to happen to me, or wait to be discovered, or wait to be given the world. It's a kind of, I feel like, a fine line between delusion and entitlement when in the manifesting world. You know, remember when I said a few shows ago, JD, praise Allah, but tie your camel to a post?
Yes.
Should have saved it for this, because that's exactly kind of what it is. Like, praise Allah. So, think positively, believe, but tie your camel to the post. But also actually go out and do the thing you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So have you manifested, JD?
No, I have not. I think it's stupid. And I also, the examples that I was clicking links from L.com to TikTok videos to this 369 rule. You familiar with
What's
this?
That? Yeah. 369 Mafia?
You write it down. You write down what you're manifesting, like three times, and then 6 times, and then 9 times. I didn't get that far into a lot of them, but some of the stuff was like, it's like I'm gonna write it down. I guess it's throughout the day. Like you wake up in the morning, you write it down 3 times, right?
Okay.
And then at midday, you write it 6 times, and then before you go to bed, you write it 9 times. It's like doing lines, like Bart Simpson. Right. And then and then because you've written it down right before you go to bed, you're dreaming about it, and you wake up and you just repeat the process. And it's just so incredibly dumb. And this poor girl who was doing it, her manifestation was get back with Raul. Like that was what she was manifesting. So like get
not
back
Raul,
with this.
baby, no, you gotta let Raul go.
Exactly.
Raul's not good for you.
He's terrible for you.
Raul never planned date night. He didn't do anything, okay? Now you want Raul back just because you're a little bit lonely?
Exactly. It's just unhealthy things. Or it's like, I want to sign $100 million contract. That was literally somebody that was what they were manifesting. It's like, what contract
Jim Carrey did exactly that, Jay. Do you remember that famous Hollywood story?
Yeah.
He wrote that he would make... What was it that he wrote himself a check for $20 million?
Yeah, something like that.
And then a year or whatever, a couple years later, he did, if it was The Mask or whatever it was, and he made $20 million.
All right.
Actually,
It
he
works.
made $20.5 million, and he was like, "Oh, fuck, manifesting is bullshit."
Actually, Jim
but-
Carrey's a guy that would believe in manifesting, I think.
Well, he was also in that movie, was 23, where he thinks every number is 23.
Right, I did not
You know,
see it, but
well,
I know
I
what
don't know if
you're
that's
talking
the
about. Yeah. Every number is 23.
He reads like the back of a package for parboiled rice. It's like microwave for 4 minutes. He's like, okay, 23 minutes. How far are you from the restaurant, man? They won't seat us. I'm 23 minutes away. Because that is the only number. We'll take a table for 23, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it does veer into sort of numerology and witchcraft pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It does feel like. But if I can share, I did my first manifest.
Oh,
Yeah.
For this podcast?
Not for this podcast. Yeah, I manifested, said I want to have Taskmouse on. We, again, if you haven't listened, having some problems at my apartment with flood and mold, and I can no longer live there. So, and actually, besides that point, my girlfriend and I have been trying to find a place to live together. And so we saw this apartment that was perfect. Like, price was perfect, location was perfect, and we applied for it. But the rental market here in LA, as in many big cities, is fucking crazy. So a shit ton of people were there at this open house. A shit ton of people applied for this apartment. And I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get it. I don't know if we're the strongest candidates. And then I said, no, Jill, you know what we're going to do? Because everyone else in this city is doing this. We're going to manifest. So we're going to say, and then she was like, okay, well, what do we do? What do we say? And I was like, very awkwardly, I'm like, we got the apartment. We got the apartment. Wow, it feels so good. We got the apartment. That's great. She's like, yes, we got the apartment. I'm very happy now that we have the apartment. I'm like, immediately I'm like, damn. Now that I'm in the apartment that we have, I didn't realize there was no coat closet here in the front. I didn't realize that. And no good space for the TV. And the exposure is all wrong. But still, we got the apartment, and I'm very happy about that. But the problem is, I don't think we got the apartment. I mean, they haven't said no yet, but I don't even know if they're going to tell us no. Should I check in my email right now? We applied on Monday.
Manifest it before you write it down 3 and 6 and then 9 times, and then check your email.
I so badly want to get an email during the show that says, thank you for applying, but you did not get the apartment.
Man, I hope it comes from Raul.
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep checking. But Tassie, 52% of people say manifesting is good.
Good. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Tass makes a good point. Like, if it's just the power of positive thinking,
Yeah,
if you're just thinking positively about something, then. But there's no mysticism here.
No, there's no mysticism. But if it leads you down the right path of actually doing something, then it's something.
Yeah, if it gets you up in the morning, puts a little
Yeah.
steam in your stride, manifest
A little
away.
placebo effect for you.
Right.
All right, next topic. Nick H asks, and there's going to be an email after this because this question's not really going to make much sense here. Nick H asks, weighing yourself after using the toilet, is this good? So he writes, hey fellas, for context, I have a weigh scale right next to my toilet. So it's kind of just there in the prime location for this. Sometimes I like to weigh myself before I drop a payload and then again after. I find it oddly satisfying seeing a numerical representation of what has left my body. That number? 23. So I ask you, weighing yourself before and after a dump to calculate the crap mass, is this good? Sincerely, Nick. And Tass, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I'm just going to ask you directly. Have you ever weighed yourself before taking a shit and then weighed yourself after taking a shit just to see the, what does he put it? The crap mass.
And yes, and it's definitely been 2.3 pounds.
Wow.
Okay, that's close enough.
Yeah, you know, it could be a faulty scale. I mean, 2.3 pounds sounds like a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
I say it's good. Sure, it's science. Absolutely fun just to see what's left your body, but it can also be extremely disappointing because you can feel like a lot's left your
Yeah.
body, and you get on there.
And it's hardly anything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got to be a scientific scale, like a high grade scale, I would say. would make it optimal, because it would be there would be some change in your weight rather than these things that are like a digital scale that's like 0.5 or whatever.
Right. Well, your wife does a lot of baking. I guarantee you she has a very accurate gram scale in the kitchen.
Yeah, I touched tear a few times for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to tear it. It's like that thing in science class when you tear the petri dish. You got to know how much the petri dish weighs. So when you put the thing in the petri dish, you could subtract the weight of the petri dish. So in this case, the petri dish is the dump? Hard to say.
Probably not. It's your clothing, maybe?
No, because you're still wearing your clothes.
Yeah.
It's
not a dish.
impossible to say.
It's not the toilet. No.
JD, do you have a scale in general, and do you weigh yourself frequently?
I have a scale. I try not to weigh myself because it's depressing.
Toxic. That's toxic diet culture.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm trying to manifest 20 pounds off me.
20. How about 23?
23
Can we get you down to 23?
Yeah, for sure. 23. That would be great. So.
I mean, I used to have. I don't have a scale currently. I used to have one when I lived in Atlanta. It was one of those ones that was like this newfangled where you can't step on it with shoes because it has little sensors where the front of your toe pad is and where your heel is, and it claims to send an imperceptible electric current through your body that could tell you
your BMI,
your body fat percentage.
Yeah,
I didn't believe it, but I probably have weighed myself pre and post dump just to see. I don't have a specific memory of it, but I guarantee you it would not have shown up on a scale.
Right.
How much do you think?
How do you know?
I should have looked this up. How much do you think an average poop weighs? Maybe I will look that up.
Half a pound.
Yeah, look it up real quick.
Okay, so say.
Half a pound's
do you think I should say average male poop or just average poop?
Yeah. It seems like a lot.
I'm gonna say.
I've seen it.
Holy shit! First search result says the average poop weighs 1/4 pound to 1 pound. Larger people who eat and drink more, or people who have less regular bowel movements, have heavier poops.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's from Healthline.
Damn.
I mean, it's no L.com, but
a 1/4 pounder at a minimum. So yeah, I believe it. I've seen it with my own eyes on a scale.
Wow.
At the very least,
I just pictured you shitting on a scale.
That's how you have to do it.
Yeah,
that's the only accurate way to do it.
Brilliant.
Then you tear it. Then you TEAR and TAR. Well, I didn't unfortunately ask people on Twitter because there was I couldn't figure out an easy way to write
a tactful
the question
way to put
because
it.
You gotta. I guess I would have had to say weighing yourself before and after taking a dump. Is this good? And then I feel like people will be like, what? Why would even anyone do that? So I didn't ask people, but let's just take a poll here. We have 3 people. I'm going to say good for science. Tassie?
Yeah, great. I'm going to say great, yes.
Okay, so far we're at 66%. JD?
I'm going to say good for fun, just for funsies.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So that's 100% of people agree that weighing yourself before and after a poop is good. All right, Tassie, it's time now for the Is This Good segment where, unfortunately, everything's bad. It's time to pick your poison. Here's how it works. I'm going to give you some related options that are all bad, and you have to pick your poison. So whichever you consider the least worst option. I think you're going to be excited for all of these, Tassie, because they're not, tailored them all to your personality.
Wow,
of course, nothing that's happened to you in the last 5 years because I don't know. And seemingly you don't even know. So I'll start with a question. Would you say that you are a lover of 90s hip-hop and R&B? I think we've established this, but please just answer.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Favorite song from that period, if you have one off the dome?
Favorite song? John Cicada, but not his number 1 hit, his number 2 hit.
So not Just Another Day?
No.
What's the number 2 hit?
Well, it came up yesterday. Do You Believe in Us? Just Another Day, way better. That's the only answer. But a second song, Do You Believe in Us, came on, and Danielle said, "There's no way this is a John Cicada song. He has 1 song, but he has 2. He has 2.
He has 2 songs." Working his way up to 23. All right, Tassie. So, pick your poison. A 90s hip-hop / R&B song that describes how women feel about you. Okay, so I want you to pick the least worst option here.
Okay.
First option, No Scrubs by TLC. Okay. Second option, Hit 'Em Up Style Oops by Blue Cantrell. Or 1 Minute Man by Missy Elliott. So just to go through them, if women are going to describe you as No Scrubs, they're basically saying you're lazy, you're unambitious. Hit 'Em Up Style, basically they're saying you're a cheater. Caught a man cheating. And if they describe you as a 1 Minute Man, that means you're bad at sex. So pick your poison. Which of these would you most like to be known as? Which one of these would you most like to describe you?
I like being efficient. I think I'm going to go with 1 minute man. Does that mean you're bad at sex? 60 seconds? Come on. No, I think.
Why? No. Make your case.
I think they duped us. I think that song is about having incredible sex. It's so good. I remember that 60-second period vividly. Nobody wants to have sex for 30 minutes.
That's right. You're saying you're so good at it, you only need a minute. It's like someone saying, it takes me 30 minutes to solve this Rubik's Cube. And then someone says, well, I could do it in a minute. You would think that the guy with the minute is better at Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, totally.
So you've solved the vagina like a Rubik's Cube in 1 minute.
Yes, actually, like another 90s R&B artist, Brian McKnight, he told me how the pussy works.
That's right.
Once upon a time.
I remember that was a classic.
That is a classic. The Blue Cantrell one, Hit 'Em Up Style Oops. Like, so she gets duped. Somebody's cheating on her.
Correct, yeah. And now she's going to hit him up for everything that he's worth. So focus less on that part and more I was trying to find a song that described a cheater from the 90s. That's the one I came up with.
Okay. It's got to be better than that, no?
Tassie?
Nothing off the dome. But I mean,
try next time.
Yeah. This is the cigarette to the cigar. There's got to be No Scrubs. I mean, an absolute classic.
Yeah. That's the best of those three songs, if you ask me.
Yes.
I would say, I don't know. I like them all, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was
I'm not
listening to 1 Minute Man yesterday. I was like, I haven't heard this in forever.
Yeah, they're all good, but if I had to pick one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tassie is going with the 1 Minute
1 Minute Man.
And JD, you're saying you want to be known as a scrub?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, I just forgot that Lincoln's listening to this, by the way.
Oh, that's all right. He's heard it all before, believe me.
Lincoln in studio for this podcast for the first time. He's off camera.
It's taking
on his
furious
headset,
notes.
taking it all in. All right, pick your poison, Tassie. You have to be one of these three annoying guys at a baseball game. Okay. First annoying guy is the chatter guy. Okay, so you're at the game alone. First of all.
Oh, okay.
So total stranger next to you, and you are doing baseball patter and chatter the whole time. Good cut. Okay, now you've seen it. Yeah. Oh, okay, good eye. All right, your pitch now. Well, he's going. Oh, but are you blind? You couldn't call a cab, okay? I've seen better swings on a porch. And then you're also doing that thing where you hold up the number of outs to everyone, to the guy, you're putting like two. You're holding two right in the guy's face beside you.
Damn, this is right up my alley. I literally went to a baseball game, and I'll tell you the character I was, but I went to a baseball game by myself recently. Yeah. You do your homework, Matt.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Okay.
That should have been in the intro. This man is a podcaster who loves attending baseball games alone.
Are you alone, though? So many people around.
Around 30,000 of your best friends.
Yeah.
Okay, second one, very simple, annoying guy at a baseball game. A grown man hounding the players for autographs.
Ooh.
So your arms outstretched over the dugout, saying, "Hey, Freddie, could you sign this for me?" That's the only baseball player I know. Number three, annoying guy at a baseball game. You bring a glove to the game. Again, grown man. You bring an adult to the game. Then the opposing team hits a home run. You box out a kid to catch it, and then everyone boos you, but you refuse to throw it back. Okay? So pick your poison here. And let me ask you, have you ever brought a glove to a game?
For sure.
What age was the last time you did that?
Oh, yeah. Teen, probably.
Okay.
That's acceptable.
But
and then
I don't see. So if you're a man, you can't bring a glove to a game. if you're a grown person, you're sitting in an area that actually it's kind of a safety hazard to not have a glove in a game. You can get some liners. People get hit.
You're saying it should be mandatory to bring your Rawlings.
Wow.
You got to bring two somethings on your hands. Like even if they're just cushions taped to your hands, that would help.
Wait, hold on. You're saying people should be wearing 2 gloves?
Yeah, you need both.
Maybe a catcher's mitt?
What are you talking about? There's nets and stuff up in the danger zone.
And this is
Not
this
far
is home
enough.
run ball. I'm talking home run ball, Tassie. So you're in center field. I don't think it's that dangerous. You have a long time to avoid it.
Oh, I'm in center field.
Yeah.
But where else are you catching a home run? I mean, you
Oh,
want to be
home
in
run.
left field?
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize it was a home run. Well, there was a Yankees commentator recently. He's up in
I saw that clip on the internet.
Yes, it was on the internet. He got hit in the face.
That's where I saw it, on the internet.
Hit in the face.
A commentator?
Yeah, he was up in the sort of the press box
Behind
behind.
home plate?
Yeah.
Wow.
A couple levels up.
Get off your phone, guy.
No, he's calling it, and he sees it. It's funny because you see his eyelid. He's looking right at it, and it hits him, and he goes, "Ow! I didn't think that would come right at me."
Should have had a glove.
This guy's good enough eyesight to see whether a pitch is a slider or a curveball from like 100 feet away, but he can't avoid a foul ball coming right to his noggin.
You did a great chatter guy impersonation.
Yeah.
I got nothing wrong with that person.
Yeah, I agree.
Same.
He's just there having fun. He's annoying, but what are you going to do?
But it's baseball, and
Baseball's annoying.
well, no, I would say
okay.
sometimes it can get quiet in a stadium.
Yeah.
Even with the great new rules. You got to go to a game, Matt. You got to go to a game. It's sped up.
Yeah, I got to see a Dodger game. I heard it's sped up.
Oh, it's nice. That's a nice field as well. Historic. But I'm not boxing out any kid.
Nah.
That's not happening. What was the middle?
You grown man hounding players for autographs. Frankly, that could also involve boxing out a kid.
It could. It could be like our old sting, our old drop. If the boys don't like heckling, they should stick to Tiddlywinks and PlayStation. I can't do a good impression of that guy,
that's
but
not bad.
But that was that guy who's at a hockey arena in Eastern Canada that would go to the arena where kids were playing hockey, and there would be nobody there except for him, literally heckling children.
Hold on. It wasn't children. It was like a junior team. Like, was it children?
Okay, I don't know how young they
junior,
were.
but how junior? They were young.
They were
They're
teenagers.
teens. They could have been like 14 or 15.
Well, they were
I'd
all
say around
23.
The young boys.
There you go. That's it.
So can I assume then you're picking autographs?
No.
No,
I
it's
want
the
to be
chatter
the
guy.
chatty.
Oh, okay. You pick your poisonous chatter guy. Yeah,
I
I think that's the correct.
Oh
That's
my
the correct
God.
answer there.
No, the worst people. But as you know, now with people who grown adults are getting smart and they put their kids up to get the autographs. When they're seeking autographs, like for them, for the adults, they'll put their kids up there to get the autograph, and then the kid will come back and daddy got gold because they put their children out there. Disgusting stuff.
That is disgusting.
That's been going on for a while. You know, they'll like camp out at a hotel. The children will go to the barrier and look like a child.
Yeah.
Because they're a child. And how can a grown an athlete resist but to give that person an autograph? And then the stupid dad gets it and sells it.
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
actually.
and it kills it. It kills it for the athletes as well. They stop giving their autographs.
Well, I think the kid should do it so that the dad can take the picture, thereby creating a certificate of authenticity, showing the guy signing the very baseball that he's selling.
You need those. You need
You
certificates
do
of
need
authenticity.
those. Yeah.
I've been duped.
Yeah,
before.
you have. That's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
It was for charity,
Tassie,
though, so.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was fine. As you know from your decade plus of podcasting,
Yes.
not everyone is going to agree with everything you say. Sometimes when you believe something deeply to your core, you have to stand alone on the edge of popular consensus. It's time for unpopular opinions. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing a great intro JD made for this of, I don't even know what to say about that man that's dancing right now. It has to be seen to believe. These topics are from the Unpopular Opinion subreddit, but if you have strongly held beliefs that most people disagree with, email them to me at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. So this is from LooseSun4286, who says, TV intro shows were much better in the early 2000s and the 90s than they are today.
TV intros.
TV intros, so... I was going to try to explain it further, but I don't know what else to say except the introduction to the TV show.
Right.
So in other words, it's the Full House of them driving across the bridge as the song plays. Wait, it's a rare condition? No, that's Family Matters. What's the Full House theme song?
The old hot dog stand.
Oh, whatever. How can I forget that? Predictability. All right, so what do you think... TV show intros, did they used to be better? And I guess I'll start by saying, is this an unpopular opinion? Like, certainly people are walking around saying television in general is better now than it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I've ever specifically heard someone point to the intros of today and say, these are much better. But I guess you could assume that if everyone's saying television is better now, they're saying the whole package is better. But Tass, what do you think?
I think... this is about nostalgia. This is about growing up with shows and seeing the typical intros like you're talking about, like the Full House, and seeing every single character and seeing their names and getting to know the show that way versus today, which is like, polished and way cooler. Mm-hmm. Sleeker, more money put into it, definitely more graphics and less about... It's costs more to do than the cheap way of getting shots from within the show and then putting it in the intro.
And then everyone turning around and facing the camera in a swivel chair. Yeah,
and I think this person is just sort of yearning back for the olden days. They're more like... maybe today's are a little bit more hit or miss. Like, some aren't great and some are. But... Yeah, I think it's just a yearning. It's just, that was way better back then.
It's a nostalgia factor for sure.
That's what it sounds like to me.
But there was this need back then to explain the plot of the show right away, right? Like introduce all the characters, of a man named Brady. Yeah, exactly. And there's no need to do that anymore. It's a much more sophisticated audience. Frankly, the producers have stopped underestimating the audience, really. So, they don't have to tell us every single time who's, Uncle whatever,
Yeah.
But you don't have to know every time how the Fresh Prince got to Bel Air.
Right. Exactly. Exactly right. And if you compare it to like things like one of the best sort of merging of both of those ideas of like here's the story of what's happening is The Sopranos to me. Like it's very cool. It's got a great song. It's way too long, but the whole thing is Tony driving from New York to New Jersey, right? He's a suburban mob boss, and we get that right away, right? He's got the big stogie. He's just driving, and we're just seeing shots of New Jersey. So you're setting the scene without hitting us over the head, and we're seeing the entire cast, right? I mean, that's sort of the great merging of both of those ideas, I think. But now there's like Succession is one of the best intros ever. I love it. I never skip it because it's a banger. Yeah, exactly. But there are banger songs as well back in the day. Like the old All in the Family theme was great. Three's Company was great, like all those. But
is that Come On Knock on My Door?
Come On Knock on My Door. Yeah.
But even like The Simpsons, which doesn't have words to it, that's a great intro. I mean, then they kind of, I don't know if they pioneered this, but changing little things in it every time.
Yeah.
Which is a nice little twist. I agree that, you know what I'll say for this unpopular opinion? TV intros are less fun than they used to be. I don't know if they're not as good, but like the ones that I thought of right away were Game of Thrones, which is no lyrics in it, and it's got still an earworm of a melody with the map, and that changed from time to time. Succession, I agree, is a great one. Good song. Gets you in the mood. BoJack Horseman, also great animated intro and an interesting song as well. That I believe was done by the guy from the Black Keys. I heard that once. We'll have to look at that.
Sounds right to me.
Even like, I don't know, the Stranger Things, do we like that one? It is moody, but like there's not much visually happening except you're slowly seeing the title.
It's just the retro setting, like it's the synthy, spooky neon title card that comes out. I mean, I'm fine with it, I guess.
Can I ask you a subjective trivia embedded in the show?
Sure.
That you'll never get? What is the best moment from any TV intro ever?
The best
moment.
moment.
I'm going to give you a hint. It's in the 90210 intro.
I'm not that familiar with it. This is a Tassie question if I ever heard it.
Right at the end with the handshakes. Handshakes?
No. I was going to say when the theme song goes da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, and during the Jason Priestley goes like, moves his fist to the beat of the music. Walking, let's go! I would fucking run through the wall of my parents' bedroom where I was watching it when that would happen.
You know what? I think that's what this unpopular opinion is getting at, is that there isn't enough Jason Priestley. There isn't enough of the characters within the intros.
Right.
That whole element is just sort of removed.
Yeah. Like the Succession kids in that intro, it's clearly not them. Like it's clearly it's not even close to being.
It's funny
them.
you say that, JD, because it kind of did bug me. I was kind of thinking like these are supposed to be them, right? But then the casting could have been better, couldn't it?
Yeah,
they look so different. Yeah, and that's the Succession intro doesn't really get me. Doesn't suck me in. I mean, I like the melody, but. Yeah. Yeah.
It's got jingle bells, for God's sakes. It's awesome.
Well, I guess I tune out.
Add that to your Spotify playlist. All right, next unpopular opinion. Gabriella Aleribag asks, or not asks, I should say, her unpopular opinion is horror movie ads should be filtered.
Okay.
So what she means in her explanation is she hates when she's watching a normal, happy TV show, sitcom, 9 p.m., she's about to go to sleep, she's watching Abbott Elementary or something, and then a trailer for the newest horror movie, I don't know, Smile or Conjuring or whatever comes up, and all you're seeing is like creepy fucking shit, and people like, and fangs and blood, and people screaming, and then you're like, damn, I was just watching Happy Fun Times and now I'm scared.
Right.
So what do you think, Tassie? Is this opinion unpopular or do you agree with it?
I totally agree with it. It's, it can be fucking jarring to be watching something and then somebody's creeping through the walls or, you get an image burned in your brain that you're taking to bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you're a big scared boy too, right? You don't like horror movies.
I'm a scared boy? You just threw me in the air quotes scared boy. I got to be in a certain mood, and that mood doesn't come around too often. So, I could. You can throw me in the scared boy. I don't love scary movies, but once in a while I like to be spooked.
Yeah.
Danielle, is she a scared girl? I feel like she likes horror movies. I don't know why I'm saying that, though.
Yeah, she used to. She's changed in the last 4.5 years since you left.
Well, if she's ever on the show, you'll have to give me an update.
Yeah. We both are in the same boat as Gabriella. And we're watching TV. It'd be nice to have the option. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah. But correct me if I'm wrong, but Gabriella says that she likes horror movies, no? She just doesn't like
she says in her
she loves
explanation,
them.
I can only watch horror movies when someone is around.
Okay.
And then I have to watch something silly like My Little Pony, so it's not fresh in my brain before bed.
Right.
Does Tassie have to do that? Does Tassie have to watch My Little Pony after we see something scary?
Something silly like My Little Pony, she writes? What's silly about My Little Pony? I love it.
I don't know. It's magical ponies that fly and talk.
Oh, I've never seen it. So I wouldn't know. Well, you just thought
it was a show about equestrians.
You had the parents of Bluey on last week, Patty and Harry.
They're the parents of Bluey?
They made that joke early in the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't listen to my own show.
Yeah. I watch Bluey
I don't
for
listen
sure.
to the guests even in the moment. Haven't heard one goddamn thing you've said, Tess.
Patrick and Harriet. They were a blast.
Patrick
They were great.
and
Oh,
Harry.
yeah.
They were a blast.
I actually wanted to ask this, JD.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking us off course, but
Yeah, go ahead.
we started our podcast in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
You were listening to a podcast about a couple. That was hosted by a couple back then. When
Yeah.
we had no idea what podcasts were.
Yeah.
And there were some podcasts where it was just, people turning on the mic and just chatting. It was a husband and wife.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it, and I wanted to.
Keith and the
Keith
Girl.
and the Girl.
Keith
Yeah.
and the Girl.
Yeah. I think they're still going, actually.
Is that all you wanted to know, Tess? Because you definitely could have asked him that after.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's fresh on
Really
the dome.
relevant. What was that relevant to?
The husband and wife
The-
combo from
Patty
Monday.
Okay.
But Keith and the Girl.
Very thin, but okay.
No,
I'll allow
it is thin. Yeah. No, I've been thinking about it for a bit, and I just haven't gotten around to JD. We just sit with each other in the same room every day, but I haven't gotten around to asking him. It's been.
Hold on, JD. I only see you every day for 4 hours, but I feel like this is anything else you want to ask him? Want to ask him about your no dunk schedule next week, or
Can we get some 3-ply in the
You want
bathroom?
in the bathroom, absolutely. You can either go upstairs and use my restroom. It's got a nice bidet.
Oh, you know what, Tassie? Thank you, because that brings me to a complaint that I have. Well, let's do a quick complaint today.
Okay, let's do it.
So, living at Jill's, she's been amazing, very accommodating, very. It's like, sure, you're saying it's your girlfriend. Why would it be weird for you to stay over? Because I don't stay over because she has a dog and 2 cats, and I'm very allergic usually, so she usually stays at mine. She doesn't usually stay at mine for like 3 weeks straight.
Right.
But anyways, that's been great. My one complaint is she shops at Trader Joe's, but she's the kind of person that only shops at Trader Joe's. So
Okay.
anything she gets from Trader Joe's. So she gets the Trader Joe's toilet paper.
What?
And this shit is totally unacceptable.
So what? Like bad?
Because they don't sell Charmin there. They don't sell anything. They only sell Trader
So
Joe's
it's
brands.
it's like recycled sandpaper.
Yeah, it's
basically.
recycled. It's 2-ply technically, but I've done the thing. I put it between my forefingers and thumb. Tried to and they very quickly separate.
Wow.
So it's rough
Wow.
and very unpleasant.
I was gonna say that when you said she shopped at Trader Joe's, huge plus.
Yeah, I thought that was this is gonna be awesome.
Good.
No, I shop at Trader Joe's too, but I'll do a shop at other places. Like I'll go to a pharmacy I'm not using their toothpaste. I'm not using their shampoo.
I didn't
She
even know
told
they
me-
had toilet paper.
Oh yeah, she told me that they used to sell tampons, and that she actually used to work at Trader Joe's a while back, and she says women would come up to her all the time and be like, "Where are the tampons? Are you sold out?" She's like, "No, we don't make them anymore," and they would be horrified and
Wow.
upset.
Interesting.
You don't have the TJ Tamps?
Are they selling
Tampons.
Diva cups at least, or like?
No, they don't
something-
sell anything anymore.
Wow. Okay.
Joe, I don't know. Joe figured, you know what? Maybe we'll leave the period, the menstruation technology to a woman, someone who knows it, has experienced it. I don't feel like I'm qualified. That being said, Trader Joe feels like he's qualified to make Chinese food, Indian food. What do you think about how they changed his name? You know what I mean? Doesn't it feel? I don't feel like it feels a little bit. It has the whiff of racism.
What do
I
you
don't know
mean
if
with
it
it?
is racist.
I'm not familiar with
when
this.
on the Spanish, the Mexican products like a frozen burrito, it would be like Trader Jose.
Oh, interesting.
And I think I forget what the Chinese one is.
Definitely,
look it up.
definitely whiffs of.
But Trader Joe isn't a real person, is it? Or-
It is a real person. Yeah, he started it in California, I believe.
Okay.
Uh,
So Jose,
Anyway.
sorry, Jose is Joe? No, I guess. I guess so.
would you have preferred Trader Juan? Okay, so his Italian is Trader Giotto.
Okay.
Cassie,
I thought it'd be
unfortunately-
Giuseppe. Okay.
I don't know, man.
Was there any? What's the Indian one?
I don't know. I was hoping he had a Greek name, but I'm not sure he does.
I know a lot of Greek Joes, so it's probably just Trader Joe. No.
I don't know, Tassie. What's the equivalent of Joe?
Zo.
Yeah, that would be. That makes
TZ.
sense. Trader Zoe.
Trader Dimitri, perhaps.
Trader Dimitri, I love it. All right, well let's actually keep that Zoe theme going because there's only one thing left to do, and that's play subjective trivia. All right, subjective trivia, it's just like regular trivia, except only I know the answer. And Tassie here, this is a real curveball because I was going to ask you this.
Well, here's the curveball. We had a toilet seat.
Yeah, well, we're not getting. You want to do the toilet? We're not going to get to it.
You cut it. Okay.
What, you had something to say?
Yeah, let's do it real quick.
Too late.
All right, so the unpopular opinion was I like it when the toilet seat is warm.
No, I didn't really have a strong opinion on this one, so let's just move on.
Okay, glad we came
No,
back to it.
but in all honesty, a mere 2 days ago, did a double pod here, as JD often does. It was a double morning pod. It was a baseball pod and a basketball pod. Really messed up with my bowel movement morning flow. So in between, I was also hungry in between shows. I went to a local McDonald's.
Oh. You left here to shit?
No.
I didn't know you were leaving to shit.
No, it was a double purpose. I need to eat,
okay, you need, all right.
and then that hit. I didn't think that was gonna hit, but it hit.
Yeah.
A single stall, one man in there. Unfortunately, I go in slow. I urinate and I slowly wash my hands, hoping he'd be done by the time he wasn't done. So I left. I ordered food. Then I saw him leave, so I had to go in. I had to go.
Yeah.
Warm seat. He left it fairly clean, which was nice of him. But is there a worse feeling in the world where you literally have to follow somebody into a stall? There's probably worse feelings, but it's just a terrible feeling.
It seems to me that people like warm toilet seats because there's those new like Toto high-tech Japanese toilets where it warms the seat for you.
Yeah.
So we like warm seats.
I have to say that I have that in my bathroom upstairs.
Now,
You have a
JD,
man sit on your toilet seat so it's warm, and then you can sit
That's
on it?
exactly
Yeah, that's what I was
right.
going to say. Lincoln, your dad is so old that the way they used to warm toilet seats is they used to have to hire someone to sit on them.
Oh, Toto.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the heated seat is great during the winter time. I'll tell you that right now. And I like it to keep it nice and crisp and cool in the upstairs. So in the middle of the night, you want to have a little sit. It's wonderful.
So you press a button,
Okay.
or you?
Yeah, you just press a button.
Okay, sorry.
I'm guessing that's how it worked. Well, Tassie, I
didn't
see
know if it was an app.
this was in the pick your poison section. But you don't know those in advance, so you couldn't stop and say, "Hey, why'd you skip something here?" But don't worry, I'm going to ask it to you now in subjective trivia.
Well, I thought I had a relevant
it's
story
okay.
there with McDonald's.
It is right. It was.
On the Egg McMuffins now, they got the Golden Arch imprint on.
Wow.
Oh, really? God damn! I gotta get me to McDonald's.
That's like their latte art.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty. I almost took a photo,
Wow.
but I didn't.
All right, Tassie, here's your question.
What's the question?
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
I need you to tell me what you think the best Greek dish is out of the following.
Okay.
Okay? Moussaka, which is, of course, eggplant, potatoes, tomatoes, some meat, kind of like a shepherd's pie, but Greek.
Yep.
Spanakopita, phyllo dough, spinach, feta.
They got them at Trader Joe's.
Trader
Zos.
Dolmades, am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a grape leaf with wrapped rice meat. And for the sweet tooths out there, a baklava. Phyllo dough, again. Can use it sweet, can use it savory. Chopped nuts, honey, sometimes syrup. What do you think, Tassie? What's the best Greek dish?
The
of those?
best. Oh. Now I am picking between my kids. Moussaka, spanakopita, baklava, and the one I'm forgetting.
Dolmades.
Oh, wow. The best
JD,
one.
you lived in Greece, so you have an opinion too. So
Yeah.
The best one, the most unique one, is the dolmades.
Yes.
It's extremely labor intensive. It's getting grape leaves, which aren't easy to find. You can get them jarred.
you got to sneak onto a vineyard.
Yeah, it's weird. You can just literally pick leaves out of. My mom would go in our front yard in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, and just grab leaves. Yeah,
Like maple leaves?
yeah. They. I
Are
guess
those edible?
I guess they were edible. Yeah, they were great. After you cook them and the vines get a little soft.
Really? That's crazy, but it makes sense, kind of.
Yeah. I guess we had. I mean, it was from like they weren't a maple, but I guess we had like vines. Anyway, they're damn good. I have them so infrequently. It's just so much work. You know, I'm thinking about them every once in a while. I did buy some grape leaves because I'm like, I'm gonna make these, but I just never did. And I have them so infrequently. I'd say those are the best. They're damn good when they're really good. I'm picking it over moussaka, spanakopita, and baklava, but I'm gonna go with it.
Okay, let's see if JD agrees.
They're all bangers. Yeah, I think I'm craving a baklava right now, so I'm going to say that...
Someone's a little peckish.
I am, yeah. It's lunchtime. Moussaka... I'm trying to figure... Are you an eggplant guy, Matt?
This is for you. I forgot about
this part. In a sexting sense?
Not in a sexting sense. In a consuming, in a Greek
I think he is
shepherd's pie lasagna.
That's why my favorite text to send to Jill is, the 1 minute man's coming home, eggplant, moussaka.
Yeah, he likes eggplant. I'd say he likes eggplant.
Yeah. Okay, moussaka. That's what I think that you're going to say.
Well, one of you is correct, and I'm happy that it's the Greek one.
Yeah.
Tomates.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, Matt. Tell me
because,
your experience.
Moussakas is too involved, and I find that you're much more likely to come across a dolmade, and a dolmade can be an appetizer, right? They're just on the table. Mm-hmm. Moussaka feels like a main dish, and for my main dish, there's other... I want some brochettes, I want some tzatziki, I want, Is there a dish I could have put on here, Tass, that was like... You would have been like, nope, stop. You don't need to say anything else. That's the best one.
Just because everybody does it, just because it's the...
No, because it's your favorite far and away.
Oh. Nah. Yeah. Salad.
Greek salad. You love a Greek salad.
You love a Greek salad.
Don't put iceberg in there.
No way.
Just piss them off.
Assholes. No, yes. I literally, it probably would be. I'm sorry to say, a choriatiki salad, which is zero romaine. You said bruschettes. It's true that your family brought bruschetta to North America. Is that right?
That's true. It's true. Look up the Wikipedia for bruschetta. It says that I was the first person to taste bruschetta in Canada.
Wow. Oh, Canada.
At a Boston Pizza.
Well, exactly. That's my point, JD. When you were a kid, you never saw bruschetta on a menu. Then bruschetta starts being on like every bar menu.
Yeah.
But I had it. No, I guess what I claimed was I had bruschetta before it was in Canada.
Right. Before it was cool.
Yeah, before it was cool.
Yeah.
I was on the vanguard. By the way, Trader Joe's or Trader Zo sells dolmades. Have you ever had those?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're in a tin. Recommended. Like they're not great, but
no, they're in a tin.
They'll scratch the edge.
It's like an anchovy can, like
yes,
pull
exactly
it back.
one of those. Exactly.
I'm up for it.
So maybe you never know. Maybe they're canned in your home village of Athens. Right in the Parthenon. That's where they're sourcing those dolmades. Tassie, where can people find you? Where do you want to point people to?
No dunks.
Oh, what a company man. Look at this, JD. Selfless.
What about No Bunts?
No bunts.
No Bunts every Wednesday morning, 8:15, live streaming from the Athletic Baseball Show feed.
Yes. Get it in your pods with my man Joe McMillan. Joe McMillan. We can call him Trader Joe. Maybe that's a segment.
Trader Joe McMillan.
Trader Joe when trade season comes along.
Boom.
Oh, that's great, Tassie. Come up with the name
Thank
first.
you.
What did I teach you? Remember to check us out at Patreon, patreon.com/isthisgood. And as I said, if you want to listen to last week's The Great Beyond, which I do recommend you do, you can sign up for free. Patreon.com/isthisgood. If you have topics, email us at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. Remember to rate us on Apple Podcasts and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks for listening. Thanks to JD. Thanks for Tassie for coming on. Thanks
you.
in advance for leaving a 5-star review. Thank you, Tassie, for everyone. I'm Matt Austin, and this was good. we'll see you next week.